from Los Angeles, California, for the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Oh, greetings, friends! Welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name is Kevin Kraft, joined once again by a man who has given up pants and underwear for Lent, and the only thing that's risen is his boner. That's Geoff Clark.
Hey, Puminati. Glad to be here today. Can't wait to talk to you guys.
And beaming to us from his stinky rabbit hole, the furry, booger-eating bunny known as Shuddy Boy.
Yo.
So, Geoff, does House Clark get each other Easter baskets?
No. Me and Cheech actually went to the Vietnamese coffee shop for Easter,
Oh my God.
which is, it was all right. I don't know. It's been the same girls every time I go, which not a bad thing aside from not seeing the goat. She hasn't been there the last few times I've been. And the Masters kind of sucked. Basketball sucked. Baseball really hasn't gotten going yet. So like the sports weren't that good. It was just kind of, I don't know. It was just, I was
almost
going through
like
emotions.
It's almost like sports are incredibly lame. You should try video games.
Kind of lately. Yeah, no, they have been. So, but it was good. It was good to get out there, see some of the ladies.
So how
do
often
something on Easter?
It's been a while since we've heard any mention of the Vietnamese coffee shop. Have you been going steadily, or
No.
just
And
sort
the
of?
goat has been there, or you just mean in general she hasn't been there since you started going back?
I've probably went like once every, I don't know, 3 months, not very often. I want to say I was there somewhat recently and I didn't even bring it up on the podcast, but I'm having trouble remembering that. After I first brought up the goat years ago and saw her a couple times after, she went missing for like a good year. And then she was there one of the somewhat recent times I've been, but hasn't been the last 3 times that I've been. So that
So
sucks.
there has been a post-COVID goat sighting.
There has been, yes.
Okay.
She didn't die of COVID. That's good.
Not during the heart of the pandemic.
Gotcha.
When did we officially just get out of the pandemic like 2 weeks ago?
I have no idea. I don't even, because like they're not even really putting out numbers anymore. Because I think if people even bother testing themselves for COVID these days, they just do a home test, and that doesn't go into any databases or anything. So they probably can't even really keep track of it anymore.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Well,
I don't know. I want to get COVID again. So
yeah.
if there's any Puminati in the SoCal area currently suffering through COVID, please send us your address. I'll drive over there and you don't even have to leave your house. Just open up a window and hock a loogie in my mouth and I'll go home.
Why do you want COVID again?
Because I want to get it out of the way before. Oh, actually, I'm kind of tap dancing close towards announcement language here, but fuck it.
Before you have anything that requires your extreme attention for 3 months or so.
Yes. Well, basically. All right, so I'll spill some beans. Whatever. Fuck it. The John Cooper movie is scheduled to happen, and it is tentatively scheduled for a shooting window of June. And it's going to be 2 weeks of shooting, very quick shoot. And I would really like to get COVID again before then. That way, it's just out of the way. My immune system is blaring. And because, I mean, if somebody gets COVID and things shut down, it sucks. If that person is the director, not a good look. So I would rather get it out of the way now, bounce back, hopefully, and then just go in there with a, Jackie Chan immune system just kicking everybody's ass. So
I want to say that logic is retarded. I don't know. You trying to get bad luck out of the way early will probably just equal worse luck later on down the road.
Maybe, but I mean, I got the last time I got COVID, which was my second dance with it, was in August. So that's just barfed in my mouth. September, October, November, December, January, March, April. So like 7 months ago. And once you get over it, they say you got a good 8 to 12 months of immunity. So I'm starting to get to that window where I can get it again. And I can't fucking get it and fuck up the shoot window. That would just torpedo everything. So, I mean, I do have some concerts coming up. So maybe I'll get it there. Dude.
Hey, you were at some sort of concert yesterday, it looks like. It was like a backyard, I don't know, rager. What was going on there?
It was one of the fucking coolest experiences. So Carl had never been to a metal show before. And she suffers through a lot of metal when we're driving around in my car. And her only complaints, she doesn't like metal bands that go back and forth between screaming and clean vocals. Because she thinks it sounds corny and mainstream poppy. So she's like,
you gotta commit one way or the other.
Yeah. Well, no, she just wants the screaming vocals, like the death metal growls. She's like, I can respect that. When people start mixing and singing, that's where it loses me. I was like, I like that take. So
yeah, I don't hate that take at all.
One of the few bands that she can really tolerate is Ghoul. And I was like, I know you have no interest in going to a metal show, but if you were ever to pick one to go to just for the experience, I would say Ghoul is the way to go. Because they all perform with, burlap sacks over their heads with like blood stains all over the mouth. There's a lot of theatrics. They play basically characters on stage, and then other people come out in costumes and interact with them during the songs. It's like they took a page out of the Guar playbook. But it's fun. It's like a really fun show, and even if you're not necessarily into the metal aspect of it, I feel like you could still enjoy it to be like, yeah, I've been to one metal show. That's it. So she was like, yeah, I actually am kind of curious to check that out. So we go to this place, venue I've never been to before, and it's called Poor Kids Mansion. And I couldn't find a website. I couldn't find like anything about it. So I was literally thought, I have no idea what to expect here. So we get to this place. It's at the end of a dead-end street in a residential area, like heavy residential area in East LA. A little ghetto. And it's just in a backyard. And it was fucking packed with people. And it was Shuddy, you would have probably really liked the first band that went on, SMD. They kind of got like a punk hardcore vibe to them.
All right.
Is that an acronym for suck my dick?
I don't know for sure, but that's my guess. I don't know. I wasn't familiar with them. But this legendary thrash metal band, Hyrax, played before Ghoul, and that was pretty sick. But it was, in this backyard, and you look behind you, and you can see downtown, like the skyline of LA. So it was just they didn't have a license to sell alcohol, so people were just showing up with six packs, and when we saw that, we were just like, oh shit, let's go get beer. So we walked a couple blocks to a gas station and got a couple tall boys and came back and crushed those. And Carl was shockingly into it. She really liked Ghoul.
She get into one of the mosh pits?
No, and neither did I.
Did
'Cause
she
I'm
get
too old.
Did she get any merch?
She wanted to, but they were out of. She wanted large merch that she could wear around the house and wear to bed, and they didn't. They were sold out of everything large. So, unfortunately, no ghoul stuff for her. But Shuddy, I kept thinking the whole time I was there, I was like, man, Shuddy would fucking love this. It was just like the grungiest, gangliest looking metalheads, like pretty much a poser-free zone, just like the truest of the true. And it was everything I wanted from a metal show. Like from now on, every show I want to see, I just want it to take place in the backyard where I could bring a fucking couple tall boys and catch a buzz. It was sick.
That does sound awesome.
Yeah, it was really fun. But
was she one of the few girlfriends there?
I would say she was one of the few girlfriends there that aren't into the scene and the music. That's for sure.
Did she look out of place?
No, I gave her one of my metal shirts to wear.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was fun.
I feel like Carl can assimilate well.
Yeah. I mean, I looked over and she was like headbanging to the songs. I was like, yeah, this is cool. And then some fucking wasted chick comes out of nowhere, throws her arm around Carl, has like a big ass beer in her other hand, and is just like headbanging next to her. And I look over and I was like, oh, Carl made a friend. And the two of them are just headbanging together. And after about an entire song plays, this girl looks at Carl and goes, oh shit, you're not my friend. And just like walked away from her.
That's awesome.
Did you guys do any party drugs?
No, but there were definitely opportunities.
What held you back?
Me being a bitch.
What was Carl's stance on these party favors?
Yeah, she didn't partake either. It was just there. I mean, somebody had a copious amount of mushrooms, and not only that,
sounds fun.
but many different types. And I was like,
really
oh
fun.
boy, if only I were like 15 years younger and could actually handle my shit, I would have bought some mushrooms by the fistful and just crammed them into my mouth. But no, I'm
due
old
for
bitch.
a good mushroom sesh, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know I think it's just my brain has just turned too much against me, where I can't have fun on mushrooms. Like my brain starts thinking and it goes straight to negative shit, and then it freaks me out, and then my trip sucks.
It kind of blows, dude.
It really blows, because I've had some incredible times on mushrooms, and I'd like to have more, but sadly, I think those days are behind me. I've evolved into a narc.
Speaking of which, I kind of got a random brain question about this stuff.
Oh, it's about this stuff?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for today's random brain question.
This is a drug RBQ?
It is. Do you guys, I feel like Shuddy has a better chance of knowing what this is, but have you guys ever heard of sassafras?
The thing that Bugs Bunny says sometimes?
Nope. I only say Shuddy might know it better just because he has, he has kids in their 20s that are, they're young. So maybe they've brought this information into his domain.
Nope.
Is that when you...
Did you just Google it?
I mean, other than the sassafras tree, I've not...
Is this when you, piss and nut into an empty jug and leave it out in the sun, and then you huff it after a few days?
I mean, maybe that's what you do with the sassafras plant, but supposedly it's like organic MDMA. Yeah. It's supposed to be like ecstasy effectively.
I mean,
I don't know if organic's the right word, but it is
natural.
It is natural, just from a plant.
Huh.
Which I didn't I had no idea what sassafras meant. If honestly, if you were to ask me beforehand, I would have said it means nothing. It's like bam. It's like pow. It's just like a word. I don't know. Like it doesn't really mean anything.
It's like when Batman punches a bad guy and then that thing flashes next to his head and says sassafras.
Yeah, exactly. Gets all dizzy. It's like, oh, sassafras. Okay.
So they're using the oil from the sassafras plant to make ecstasy.
Yes.
So do you have to get sassafras oil and ecstasy and mix it together and now you have ecstasy?
No, it says
I think someone does that.
It's methylene dioxyamphetamine, MDA.
So one letter away from MDMA.
I read as MDMA when I was initially reading this, but yeah.
As did I, clearly.
It's a mild empathogen, which means it promotes feelings of closeness, affection, empathy. So ecstasy.
I kind of need all those.
But it is, as this article so eloquently puts it, it's not all unicorns and rainbows.
So you can have a bad trip.
It has not so pleasant effects that include fast heart rate, sweating, hot flashes, anxiety and panic, nausea, high blood pressure, sleep disturbance, poor appetite, lowered inhibitions, hallucinations, jaw clenching.
Are you on the DARE website?
And liver damage. Healthline.com. But I did see that it could cause heart failure.
I blame the
Everybody's
sassafras.
heart failed once off of ecstasy. It happens, dude. It's just kind of part of the whole deal.
Man, I thought my heart was going to fail over the weekend at the movie theater when I ate my weight in popcorn and cookie dough bites. Like, my heart started beating all fast, and I was like, uh-oh. Am I about to fucking keel over right here?
Today for lunch, I ate almost a 20-piece and a large fry. And I only pulled up 3 shy of eating the 20-piece because I was so disappointed in myself for eating that much.
So you could have just powered through?
I was going to. I didn't want to. Like, I was at the point that I had... The sauces I had opened were empty, and I had to make a decision on if I keep being a gluttonous fatso and open another sauce or...
I'm disappointed you only completed 85% of your chicken McNugget challenge.
Well, I bought it with the intention of it being lunch and dinner.
Oh my God.
10 for lunch and then 10 for dinner tonight when we were done recording. But I've kind of fucked that all up.
Man, I hate to go all Murtaugh on us, but are we getting too old for this shit? Like, should we
candy, or are we going back to sassafras?
No, I'm talking about eating like fistfuls of cookie dough and chicken nuggets for dinner.
We should be.
I think we are getting too old for it, but I feel like it is a pretty, I don't know, seamless and easy transition from our past lives when we would do unhealthy stuff. Much more unhealthy stuff.
Yeah, because like,
well,
I don't know. I'm going to be 41 in a couple of months. Shuddy's already 41. Like, are we already tap dancing in that territory where eating a 20-piece nugget for dinner with a giant soda is going to be drastically shortening our lifespans? Are we going to die, Shuddy? See, this is what I think about when I'm on mushrooms.
Are we going to die?
Don't answer that.
Okay.
Let's get back to sassafras. This is getting depressing. So, as you guys know, hate to bring it depressing again, but I can't get on OnlyFans. They won't accept my money.
I thought you were close to fixing that.
I was close, but then I got annoyed that there were more steps or obstacles before they accepted my money. And I'm just like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm done with this shit. And I found workarounds. Via the internet, via Reddit, via subreddits.
Oh, wet melons.
Yeah, we know what trouble that got you in last week.
No, only the Patreon people know. Only the Patreon people know that trouble.
I actually got a statement from that person. Can I read it real quick? Because the excuse that was given to me, I got to be honest, I kind of fuck with it. It's like, you know what? All right, that makes sense. It's a understandable retort. Here it is. A lot of times creators just report the folder for CP, which I would say children porn, or bestiality to have it removed.
That's reasonable.
You know, like it was kind of like, all right, fair enough.
Because you said that there were, I mean, this is something we talked about behind the paywall, but I guess it's out there now. Somebody hooked you up with a link to, you said, terabytes of porn, correct?
Yeah, terabytes of OnlyFans porn.
Yeah, just an OnlyFans pirated booty. And one of, I'm guessing the models found out about this drive, so to get it taken down, they reported it for illegal shit. Because I guess if you say, hey, they're stealing the pics of my boobs that I'm charging people money for, authorities are going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll get to that. But if you're like, hey, there's a donkey having sex with a toddler, they're going to be like, oh, well, we are putting a stop to this immediately.
Yeah, we're seizing the IP address.
Yeah. Thank you for the tip, Wet Melons.
When he said that, it was like, yeah, fucking Wet Melons did snitch, didn't she? God, she has such just majestic nugatos.
Oh, they're so wet.
I would go on a list for a couple of years to spend 10 with her and her Wet Melons. That's how big of a fan I am of
Wait, what would you do?
OnlyFans. I'd go on a list for 10 years. Wait, no.
I'd
go on a list for 2 years to spend 10 years with her.
A government watch list for being a creep?
Yes.
So what? You're gonna fuck her for 1 minute and then spend 9 minutes apologizing?
No, I'm saying 10 years.
Oh, 10 years. I thought you said 10 minutes with her.
Yeah, like she's got to be like my girlfriend. She's got to be like, I guess 10 years is a little long.
Yeah, 10 years. Holy shit.
I need years of those Nugatos at my disposal to make up for the however long I am on a list.
Well, okay. How different is your life going to be with you being on a quote unquote list for 2 years?
Currently, not at all. I pretty much, it feels like I'm already on some sort of list.
So that's very generous of you to be like, you know what? I would take zero change in my life right now to be with Wet Melons for 10 years.
Well, no, but like if you're on a list and you have to go around and tell your neighbors, that might not be fun.
Oh, that's a completely different list. That's a sex offender list. I thought you were just going to be on a government watch list.
I don't want to specify. I'm just saying certain lists you have to.
You know what? I would be a child.
We're getting in the weeds. We're getting in the weeds.
I'd be a child molester for 2 years just to fuck her for 10 years.
Backpedaling to sassafras. There was so I have workarounds to find stolen OnlyFans content on the internet, and it's simple, like Google search of their OnlyFans and then like a couple different websites. So I'll every now and then I'll go to the OnlyStans podcast show. You ever hear of this? It's like a barstool show where this fat kid like interviews OnlyFans models. And I was on the shitter, just like looking through, I don't know, there was some pop-up video or some video Barstool put on their main account that I saw. And then I went to the OnlyStans account and they have a bunch of thumbnails, right, with the hot chicks, and they have like, I don't know, maybe a caption. And one of them was fart in my face fetish. And I was like, oh, I got to click on that. And it was this OnlyFans model who I haven't looked her up through my little workarounds, but she says she went to a sex party. She didn't want to have sex. And she told them up front, they gave her sassafras. She says she was rolling balls. It was crazy. It was a good time. They weren't weird about her having sex. But one of the hosts said he's got a fetish where he likes girls to fart in his face. And so she farted in this guy's face on sassafras. So
wow. Lucky day for him that she had to fart.
Yeah. It was only a 1.5-minute clip, but it was packed a lot of action, a lot of storytelling. And I learned what sassafras is, and I'm very interested in it.
Yeah. I mean, I almost feel like if I was in the mood to roll, I would find somebody who's selling ecstasy or Molly. I don't know if I would want this, homeopathic version of ecstasy. I want the real shit.
Well, sassafras might be the new thing, Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate new things. I'm old.
Yeah, just give us fucking Molly and just let us be.
What does a guy have to do to get some Quaaludes?
I remember when I first moved out here, Molly was new.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always ecstasy, but, it's kind of a different version of it.
Yeah, I feel like we went out one time and I ate like 2 or 3 pills and it like barely did anything to me. And I was like, this sucks. Why am I on drugs and I'm bored? And I think it's just because, we're used to the shit that you used to get in like 2000, 2001, which was like Drano, crack, heroin, LSD, and dog food stamped into a pill. And we would just gobble them up and be like, what the fuck? Where the fuck am I? And then all these fucking little hippies are like, hey, check this out, man. It's clean. And then you eat it and you're like, damn it. I guess I like dirty drugs. Can someone piss on this, please? Rub this around in the urinal?
Give me the black tar ecstasy. That's the kind that I want.
Back in the day when Four Loko could kill you.
I mean, I don't know. Sassafras sounded fun.
I mean, look, I'd give it a whirl. Who am I kidding?
Especially if there's an OnlyFans content creator there being like, hey, fart in my face.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That I follow this artist, and he's always drawing like the same style, but it's very unique and really cool, and he does it all digitally. So sometimes it'll be, a sped up video of like his whole process of doing things with a stylus on an iPad. And then one day he just tagged some girl in one of the pictures. And I was like, he was like, yeah, this is the girl that I used as my model source for this one, which I'd never seen him do before. So I was like, wow, he does draw, cute chicks. I'm kind of curious to see what this woman looks like in real life. So I clicked on it, and of course she's a total babe, and she's got like 1 million followers. So I'm scrolling through her stuff, and it's all very sexy and revealing. And this one picture of her was just so hot. And I looked at the comments, and someone just commented on her picture like, please sit on my face and take a shit. And she fucking wrote back to him and said, your mom carried you in her stomach for 9 months so you could post this. It's so weird how the different ways people look at life. Like, you see this girl and you're like, God damn, she's so cute, she's so attractive. And some guy is just publicly like, please shit on my face. And the fact that she took the time to respond to it, I had a good laugh at that for like 5 minutes.
Dude, that's like the next evolution or the next step in like sexual identity. Like, how they have they have like the pride parades and stuff like that, and transgender rights movements. They're going to have like fart and face fetish parades in a couple of years.
I don't know if they're going to have enough people to equal a parade.
Like a furry parade.
Because I'm pretty sure that guy would be bummed out if that girl did in fact sit on his face and poop.
Maybe not though. I ran into a subreddit where some girl likes to get peed in her mouth and she'll like just kind of gargle it. It was
Sure.
not very enjoyable. I got out of there kind of quick, but I watched enough pee in the mouth videos just to confirm that that was what's going on. It's like, wait a second.
How many is enough,
Is this
Jeff?
like 3? I was like, wait, is this literal? Is that apple juice? And I was like, oh my God. I
You know
watched
what?
a guy pee in her mouth and I was like, holy shit.
After spending 9 straight hours on this website, I have decided I don't like it.
After jerking off to it twice, I've decided it is not for me. It's like, oh man, your mother carried you around in her womb for 9 months just for you to swallow piss.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there already was that whole movement going on, and it was just an all-encompassing, like, hey, I'm not here to kink shame. You know, that whole thing. Whatever kinks you're up to, as long as it's legal and consensual, bam, thumbs up. You want someone pissing in your fucking face? That's cool. Don't piss in mine, but happy for you.
No animals, no children. We're all good, baby.
Yeah, let that piss fly.
Wow. We're some real woke motherfuckers, aren't we? Real progressive poop podcast.
Yeah, look at
Yeah,
us.
don't let Outkick hear you say things like this, Jeff.
Jeff, it's
Yeah.
come to our attention that you're okay with adults pooping on each other. Not a good look for our brand. We have to let you go.
Yeah. I'm sure this podcast will show up on their radar eventually and they'll have issue with a lot of the things that were said here.
Yeah, this is.
Although
I think this is a show that can probably get you in trouble with any group. We don't try to.
Yeah. Well, I guess the anti-argument or the argument against that is that if we offend everyone, maybe we shouldn't be offending anyone, right? That's the path that I like to take, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if I give it out equally, well, how mad can everyone be?
Probably pretty mad.
All right, I'm not saying like the logic is airtight. I'm just, just ripping here, just ripping with some friends. Man.
Yeah,
I
I've been
had something else to say, but I forgot it. God damn it.
I've been shown some really weird stuff just from that one crazy lady that I follow. That's like, she's like, check out this new video I just posted on Scatbook, and I'm like, oh my fucking God, man.
What is that? The girl who throws random things in her orifices?
Yeah. Yeah, she like poops in coffee cups and stuff, and it's just like, whoa. I'm glad you found your audience.
Dude, my algorithms are all Republican right now since I'm on Outkick. Sometimes I'll reach out to my liberal friends and be like, is this something you guys are seeing? Like San Francisco. San Francisco is supposed to be a fucking hellhole right now. It's supposed to be pretty terrible. But I wasn't sure if that were just my algorithms or if it's really like dangerous. So I asked one of my buddies who used to live in San Francisco. He's like, yeah, it's actually not great. It's not doing well. Like, all right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure it wasn't just like my Republic, because every now and then, there's a lot of conversation about the transgender stuff, and I feel like that's just Republicans loving to riff on transgender things. I don't know how much of it is a thing. So I thought maybe the same thing with has happened with certain topics, and that's why I kind of run it by my group of friends. Like, should I be thinking this, or is this just my algorithms?
Well, my algorithm, I always give you guys updates on what Instagram is trying to shove down my throat. And they keep, like, forcing me to watch these videos. Like, every suggested reel is this, like, chubby Arab dude, like, slowly bouncing his belly out front of a restaurant. And then some guy comes out with, like, a tray of food, and he's, like, smiling all big. And they shove the food in the guy's face, and he doesn't eat it. And then it ends. I'm like, what the fuck? The fuck is this? And I showed it to Carl. I'm like, do you get this all the time? And she's like, no. I'm like, why? Why am I getting this guy?
I'm afraid to say this out loud because it's going to end up on your guys' algorithms, and that's going to suck, but I'm just going to do it since we're here. I get algorithms of people, or I get post reels of people my age that do like sing-alongs, or they do like essentially TikToks and like stay at home dads or stay at home moms, and they just like fucking dance around the kitchen and fucking lip sync songs. And
You're just getting TikTok stuff?
I mean, it's like TikTok stuff that's been put on Instagram or shared to Instagram and Facebook. I feel like a lot of the people at home that are hearing this probably know what I'm talking about. People that are my age. I don't want to say anyone specifically. I don't even know. Actually, I only know one of the girls' handles, so I won't say it out loud. But man, these people are so fucking annoying. However, I got to be honest. I do think it's like I am jealous when I get annoyed by these people. Because like they have like really big social media profiles or followers, and they don't really do anything besides like sit in their car and fucking do karaoke.
Yeah,
it's just like.
I mean, when I moved out to LA and had already sort of kickstarted this podcast ahead of time, like I had, all these pie in the sky dreams and visions of, I felt like my whole life I've always had really funny conversations with my friends and just like, man, if only this was a show, if only this was something. And the amount of work that has been put into MSPH over the past 13 years or whatever. And then this fat guy just goes out and slowly jiggles his belly while some smiling freak with a tray full of food presents it to him. That guy is just killing it with zero effort. He literally was just like, I have an enormous belly. I'm going to put on a shirt that's like 3 sizes too tight and wiggle it. Like, wow. The overthinking of success 13 years ago. Start a show, come up with bits, games, segments, get guests. No. Apparently all you have to do is have a weight problem and shake your belly, and you're a millionaire. We did it wrong.
Yeah. Or if you
Way
just
wrong.
fucking lip sync NSYNC or Backstreet Boys, you'll just get cool 500,000 followers. Probably get like fucking paid partnerships and shit.
Yeah, I'm scrolling through and it's back to my suggested reels. Of course, now that I bring it up, is just now only showing me babes. It's like,
I was actually talking about this at the coffee shop with one of the waitresses. She sat down and talked about how she's really into conspiracy theories. This was a conversation she brought up. I did not start this. And she talked about how her favorite conspiracy. I was like, well, what's your favorite? And she said her favorite is the Illuminati stuff. And then she also had one where she's like, I don't know, like I think they could be listening or they could be tracking us. I was like, oh, that's actually like pretty much a fact. Like that is what's happening is your phone is recording you. And I was like, and the example that I made is like, if I started talking about something like a bed, like I bought a new bed frame or I bought new bed sheets, like on Instagram and Facebook, you'll probably see bed frames and sheets, like sales advertisements for it, just based on our conversation, because your phone is actually like literally recording. That is a thing.
I remember when we all watched that
conspiracy theory anymore.
Remember when we all watched that documentary and they were like, actually, your phone's not listening to you. The algorithms are just that accurate that they knew at that day and that time you were going to be talking about a bed. Like, no, fuck that. Occam's razor. They're fucking listening to us. How many times has it happened? There's no algorithm that could have predicted that I was going to be talking about a bed and then show me a fucking bed ad. Now, I don't buy it. I do not buy it. And okay, so that guy finally showed up in my suggested reels, so I can show him to you. But Carl really likes that group Blackpink. It's like 4 really cute Asian girls, just pop group from Korea. And
what?
You've never heard of Blackpink?
No.
Neither have I.
Oh wow, they're fucking like massive. They do like
Who's the boy group again?
BTS.
B2K. Yep, that's it.
What is it?
B2K.
BTS.
BTS, yeah.
Yeah. They're like the female BTS. They're enormous. And Carl listens to them a lot when we're driving around in her car. And one of the performers in Blackpink, she has a side project as well, and Carl really likes her. So now I get all these reels of that chick, Lisa from Blackpink. And it's all these, I mean, I'm not complaining. It's like clips of her twerking and stuff, so it's pretty hot. But like, I don't listen to Blackpink.
Enough?
Of course she's old enough.
Yeah, I don't want to end up on a list.
All right.
Geoff.
Look at this chode. You don't get this guy? He looks like a happy genie. But this is literally all he does.
Now.
He just like sticks his heels out. And the act
I wonder why you get that.
I don't know.
The singing parody, the karaoke people.
And I look at them, like sometimes I'll click on the post and be like, fucking why? And it's every comment on the post is like, get this out of my fucking feed. Fuck this guy. This is gross. I hate you all. Like, it's all these pissed off people. Like, get this off my fucking algorithm. I don't follow you. Why am I seeing this every day?
You get the DJs?
No.
I get the DJs all the time. You guys don't get the Shuddy, tell me you get the DJs.
On where is that?
On Instagram.
I'm not on Instagram enough to
I get
even
DJs.
know what you guys are talking about.
So like the top caption will be like, how good was the 90s? And then I'll have like a bunch of different songs and like a quick like playlist. And there's like a DJ who's like scratching, but I actually don't think they're doing anything. I think they're just like pressing buttons that actually aren't like, it's like when I used to give Cheech the Super Nintendo controller and I would just pull it out of the fucking game. And he was too young to like know the difference. And I would just, just to make him feel like he's playing with me, but he wasn't. That's what I feel like is going on in these fucking DJ Instagram uploads. Like, how good was the 90s? And they start playing all the rap songs and he's just like hitting it. And he's just like this. And like, they do like the same fucking moves. It's like, dude, you're not actually pressing any buttons. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
I mean, that's always been, it kind of reminds me of, I think it was like a Simpsons episode where Bart and Homer start a trucking company or some shit, and as they're driving the 18-wheeler across the country, Homer falls asleep, and they're about to drive off of a cliff, and then it goes beep, 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 and it turns it back in and stays on the road, and it turns out all trucks are self-driving. So the truckers union is like, hey, don't you fucking ruin this for us. Don't tell anybody. I really feel like the DJ union is like that. Like, once you know enough people and you get to a certain level, they're like, yeah, that joke that everybody makes that we just hit play on a playlist and then just pantomime doing things, that's real. But if you tell anybody, we'll fucking kill you and your whole family. Diplo is going to come. Diplo's going to go to your grandma's nursing home and smother her with a pillow.
Oh, man, I'm seeing like a skit where you have like some up and young DJ who like is on the phone thinking about telling his friend the news he just heard, and then he sees outside in the bushes there's like a Dead Mouth 5 fucking hat out there just like staring.
Did you call him Dead Mouth 5?
Is it Dead Mouse? I always fuck that up.
Yeah,
I know we did this like 4 years ago, and I think I said the exact same thing, and you guys made fun of me, but I had it like I obviously misremembered it. So, all right, whatever. The joke was good, though. Let's go back to it and pretend I said a dead mouse.
Dead Meow 5.
I don't listen to a lot of DJ stuff. Although I have been getting into the Calvin Harris Essentials playlist.
Well, I mean, if you want
a guilty pleasure. If
you want to see Carl laugh her hardest at me for being an old man, it's when I call electronic music techno. I'd be like, oh, who's this techno song? And she'd just start laughing. Be like, you old fucking man. It's not techno. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking techno.
But it is.
It's techno. Yeah. You just don't want to call it that. It's like, oh, no, we're not supposed to call them homeless anymore. We call them unhoused. Be like, oh, I'll go tell the guy out in Poop Slime Alley that. He'll be pumped. Hey, I don't have any food, money, or housing for you, but we don't call you homeless anymore. So you're welcome. It's fucking techno. You guys listen to techno.
And what are your pronouns, homeless guy?
Yeah, it's techno music. And
Yeah, don't
it's
piss off
garbage.
Daft Punk, all right? Daft Punk doesn't do electronic. They do fucking techno.
But I will say, if you see somebody scratching, I feel like that's for real. Like I've seen Be Real. Like, you guys were there, right? That Ellis Mania when Be Real performed, and he was like, "Oh, you weren't there for that one, dude." It was fucking
That was
sick.
Everlast that we were there for.
I don't feel like talking about Voldemort.
But I will say that people that scratch and stuff, like hip hop artists, that I can respect. Scratching is fucking cool. But if you're like, oh, do you hear that? He turned the treble knob down like the teeniest, tiniest bit. The song just got really good. No! It's fakery! Just like Shuddy's cough.
Are you into Carl's electronic music at all? Like, does she put on stuff where you're like, oh, this is cool?
It kind of, some stuff just blends in. Really, the only music that I can't fucking stand is country music and Ed Sheeran. Like, if you murdered country and then took country's corpse and beat Ed Sheeran to death with it, that would be the greatest day of my life. And sad music. I don't like sad music.
What, like the ballad of an 80s rock song? Like how do you feel about November Rain?
Skip.
Really?
I skip November Rain. I like the solo, but it's too sad. I don't want to listen to it. I skip. I mostly skip ballads. Who's Titanic lady? Celine Dion. I will skip her entire catalog. Too sad. Can't handle it.
I feel that way about the Smiths.
They're too sad for you?
Like that's very like you got to be deep in your feels for the Smiths not to drag you down to wanting to kill yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't need that.
I'm already almost there. I just need a nudge from the Smiths.
But yeah, I mean, as far as like pop music goes, you know, she listens to Dua Lipa and Doja Cat and the new Lizzo album. That's all good. I don't mind that stuff at all. But like sad music, country music,
Even Lizzo?
Yeah, you know, when Lizzo first came out, I forget what her first single was, but I was just like, meh. Like, I don't hate it, but I'm not going to go out of my way to let those frequencies hit my ear holes. But her new album is kind of funky. I like it. It's got like a bit of a Jamiroquai vibe to it.
Okay. Everything you just said kind of went over my head. I don't know anything about Jamiroquai. Does he sound more or less like Dead Mouse 5? Is
Less.
it a he?
Pretty sure.
Is it a group or is it just a one guy?
Well, I think it's a group. And the lead singer performs under the name JK, but I think everybody just calls him Jamiroquai. But he's got the big hat. You've heard Jamiroquai, right?
Yeah, I have. I've heard a song. I can't remember which one it was, but I'm sure there's a few Jamiroquai songs that I fuck with.
It's kind of like funky disco-y type of music. And it's not sad, so I like it.
Tell you what, I bust my buddy Brady's balls a lot because he goes to these like what I call purple pants festivals where they fucking, I don't know, probably take sassafras, dance around. This motherfucker's wearing like a purple wig and has a mustache. And like I like to bust his balls about it because we went to college together. It's what I do. But like whenever I go to his place, he'll like play like he'll have like these playlists on with this shit. And it's like, you know what? I don't tell him this, but it's like it's kind of good. I kind of like it. I don't know what it is, and I'm not going to ask him because then he'll know that I like it, and that'll kind of ruin.
Is it Dead Mouse 5 type shit?
No, I feel like it's more coastal. It's almost like background music for like the surf demos is like the style, whereas like
rockabilly.
No,
like Beach Boys if they had a distortion pedal.
Maybe, I don't know. It just feels chiller. Like, and maybe this is all my perception, but like the Steve Aokis, the Alessos, Deadmau5.
Dead
To me,
Mouse.
that
Can't
feels,
forget him.
yeah, can't forget him. It feels like that's more like rave, rage, like club ecstasy music.
Yeah, you know what? I should tell Carl that next time she makes fun of me. Be like, look, in 2000, I used to go to raves and take real ecstasy. So I'm grandfather.
Not the sassafras bullshit.
That is the worst term I could use. I'm not going to say I'm grandfathered in.
Yeah. Hey, we're workshopping this argument.
Yeah.
All
Help
right.
me out, Shuddy.
Get all this shit out of the way now.
What's a better synonym for grandfathered? I'm tenured. Eh? Nah, still sounds old. Still sounds old. Fuck.
Locked in.
Locked in? Sure, I'll take it.
Established.
There we go. I almost said vintage, but like, fuck, old again.
You're going in the same yeah, you're paddling in the one constant direction, Kevin.
I'd go with established or proven.
I'm established, so I can call this techno.
Yeah.
I actually went to raves when people would give you a flyer for the next rave. And it was full of all these chuckleheads, and there was some cute girl wearing a Reese's Pieces visor with bracelets going up to her elbows.
Yeah, I got a fucking guy wearing 30-inch boots, parachute pants, and a fucking wife beater.
Sucking on a pacifier.
Yeah, with a fucking binky in his mouth.
Yeah, back when men were manly. Wearing pink hair with binkies.
You're doing this pronoun shit. You don't have time for it.
Yeah. It's on too many drugs.
Yeah, I'm making out with God knows who.
Exactly. Oh, man. Well,
I have a couple. I actually have one. I don't know the adjective I'm looking for, but one. We'll just go big recommendation. And I gave it to you this past week. Did you listen to me?
I did.
Shuddy, have you heard of or seen the Netflix show Beef?
No.
So, let me be the one to tell you this now, because you need to hear it from a friend. It's an A24 production. I'm also not an A24 guy. You know that about me. You know, we see eye to eye on that. No, you're not an A24 guy. But this show, Beef, fucking rules. It fucking rules. And you need to watch it. And
it's an A24 something that isn't horror.
Yes.
So it's probably pretty decent.
And outside of the A24 like text up front, like that's the only like vibe that I get that's an A24 thing, or the only like A24 stamp in the whole production. But it fucking rules. Honestly, like, I know we don't really do dicks for shows, and I'm 7 episodes through it.
Holy shit.
But I'd give it 5 dicks, and I can't really, because I can't think of anything I don't like about it. That's how good this show is. Kevin, what are your thoughts on any of that?
So Carl and I, excuse me, made it to the 3rd episode, and we're both really enjoying it.
Fair enough.
I mean, I haven't made it as far as you have, but it definitely keeps... It's basically Steven Yeun and Ali Wong get in a road rage incident, and it just spirals and sort of takes over their lives, like getting back at each other.
Yeah.
It gets pretty psychotic.
Like, if you read the premise, it sounds pretty... It's simple and doesn't sound like it's very complex, but the way they tell the story, the way it's acted, all the different like subplots and storylines and tangents, like the show, it's full. Like it's a fucking legit show, and it kicks ass.
Yeah, they don't even necessarily spend endless amounts of time on their feud. it basically just shows all the bullshit they're putting up with in their individual lives. And then it gets back to, oh yeah, I hate this motherfucker. I have to go get back at them.
Yeah.
Like their life pisses them off so much that their only outlet is like pulling petty revenge acts on each other.
Yeah, it's really good. Stephen Yeun is in it.
What else has he been in, Geoff?
Walking Dead and Nope. Right, he's Greg in Walking Dead, right?
Close, Glenn.
Fuck. With a G. Jeff, Glenn, Greg, whatever, same shit.
But yeah, I'm digging it so far.
Ali Wong, see him a little further ahead. And as you get into it, I feel like the acting gets better and better. Like Ali Wong is fucking legit. Like she's a really good actress.
Yeah.
Which is weird because the only time I've seen her was her pregnant doing stand up. And that was actually really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Stephen Yeun kills it. David Cho's in it. David Cho, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's pretty much like I don't know, not a household name, but he's pretty famous. He does like a really good job. I've never seen him act in anything before, but he's good. Like the show fucking kicks ass. It's a 10 episode season. The only first season down on Netflix just came out this past Friday, and they're all like 37-minute episodes. So they would be perfect for TV, right? Isn't like an hour-long TV show usually like 37 minutes of the show and then 22 minutes of commercials?
It's around there, yeah.
It's fucking brilliant, dude. I love it. I'm a big fan. I'm probably going to finish it all before the end of the week.
Yeah, I got to wait till the weekends to watch it with Carl, but we're going to get there.
Fucking rules, dude.
Definitely
check it out, Shuddy.
So the movie that I went to see this weekend where I felt like I was having a heart attack from popcorn, butter, and cookie dough overload was the Super Mario Brothers movie. I just figured, this is a movie that's going to make me nostalgic, take me back to my childhood. I want a big bucket of popcorn, and I want some fucking candy. And it damn near killed me. But it was worth it. I saw... Because I was a little nervous going into it. I know everybody was picking up fucking Chris Pratt. Like, why does he have to be in everything? Why does he have to be every single character? People wanted the guy that did the voice of Mario in the video games to do the voice for the whole movie, which sounds like a good idea on paper, but I think it would get grating hearing this guy just constantly speaking full sentences doing the Mario voice. So I wasn't going into it like, fucking Chris Pratt, me. I like Chris Pratt. A charming guy.
Like John Leguizamo?
Yeah, he is pissed. Holy shit. But
what's his deal? What's his beef?
I don't know. It seems almost like he's just pissed off that he wasn't included in the remake, or it's not even a remake in the fucking animated version. But then I think he was angry that the cast wasn't diverse. I don't know, something like that. But
that's what it was. Is that I believe there were no Latinos in the production.
Isn't Mario Italian?
Yeah.
I'm not anti-Latinos in Mario, but why would that be a thing?
Well, I think Toad is a cholo.
Lack of diversity.
Well,
is what he says.
We're not here to deal with that topic, though, huh? Yeah, fuck diversity. Let's just keep it on, Kevin. Power through.
The reviews were really bad. And it is always, if you're looking forward to a movie and you're within a week of its release and reviews haven't been allowed yet, they're still embargoed, that's usually not a good sign. So I started sweating that. And then when the reviews came out, they were pretty bad. And when I looked at it, all the good reviews were coming from people that love Mario and grew up playing the games. And all the people that hated it didn't seem like they really fucked with Mario or Nintendo in general. And, I'm the biggest Nintendo fanboy on earth. I have been since the 80s, since I was a little fucking kid. So I've played pretty much every Mario game that's come out. And this movie pretty much referenced every single fucking one of them. They might as well have just called it like the super reference movie, because it seems like they had a massive checklist. Like, these are all the things that have to appear and be referenced in this movie. Now write a script around it.
Was Bowser in it?
Yep, it sure was.
Jeff's obviously been living under a rock for the last 3 days.
Well, no, he's getting Deadmau 5 in his suggested reel, so he hasn't heard about any Mario stuff.
Yeah, and golf equipment.
Yeah.
It's the only things that I see in my algorithms.
Oh, by the way, quick tangent back to algorithms. I was scrolling through and saw this super cute girl in a suggested reel who had heaving bosoms, to put it gently, and a tight-fitting crop top shirt with no bra, and her hitting a drivering in super slow-mo. So, of course, her bountiful bosoms were jiggling in slow motion. And I was like, you know what? For science reasons, I'm going to click this and see what's going on here. And it was a golf-related Instagram page. And all these, like, conservative dudes were flipping out, being like, this is sick, unfollowed. Like, people were all pissed off. Yeah.
Oh, that's nonsense.
Yeah.
Because
they're like, what? My family follows this page. Ooh, you're Satan. Unfollowed.
So I write for a fairly heavy Republican website.
Yeah.
Like one of our go-to, like who Paige Sporanic is? Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Might have been the video you're watching. If you look her up, Paige Sporanic.
Okay, let me see.
She's like this super hot golf influencer who's always got her sick Nugatos out. And anytime she posts anything, not even like if she posts something, if she replies to a comment from trolls, we'll write about it.
Not her, but wow.
Fucking loves this woman. Like, loves her. And I mean, she's hot. She's pretty awesome in that sense. But like, I don't know. I guess like older Republicans are getting on Instagram because the younger ones that I write for, that I deal with, they would love this golf chick.
2 days ago, Outkick wrote an article comparing Paige Sporanic with the girl I saw, Grace Charis.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So there was, a video of Grace Charis just doing a slow-mo golf swing, and people in the comments were fucking pissed.
It's not, hey, that's not my website. It's not for my team, all right? The kind of Republicans I roll with are cool with titties.
Ah, all right. Well, anyway.
I mean, come on.
I
wouldn't hang out with them otherwise.
Back to Super Mario Brothers. Speaking of titties, it was good. I enjoyed it. As a Nintendo fanboy, Mario fanboy, it was very fun.
Were there any references to Super Mario 2? Because to me, that whole game is like lost in my brain.
Yeah, there were, because I believe Super Mario Brothers 2 is when they introduced the Shy Guys. Those little guys with the big mask with just like two circles and a thing for the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So there were Shy Guys.
Were they a Mario Kart character? I don't feel like they were. An original one.
No, I don't think in the original one, but in the current Mario Kart, you can play as a Shy Guy. But they had them. They made so many fucking references. The movie starts with a Mario Brothers plumbing company commercial, and they actually play the theme song from the Super Mario Brothers cartoon from when we were little kids. That was like half spliced in with live action, where Captain Lou Albano plays Mario. Like, they just straight up ripped that theme song and put it in the Super Mario Brothers plumbing commercial. So right off the bat, I was like, oh, fucking sick. This is awesome. But it really is just the world record for the most references, Easter eggs, and shout-outs in 90 minutes. Because they zoom all over the place. It's like, she meets Mario, and 5 minutes later, they're just like, okay, we're off on an adventure together. And then they go to Donkey Kong Land, and they're like, hey, we need your army to fight Bowser. And he's like, well, if you need my army, you have to fight my son, Donkey Kong. And then Mario and Donkey Kong fight, and then they get an army. And then all of a sudden they're on Mario Karts driving on Rainbow Road to get back to the castle. And it's just like, there's no time to sort of chew the scenery in this one, because it is just, all right, we made this reference. Quickly, get to the next one. But even with the paper-thin plot, the animation looked fucking great. It was really cool looking. Jack Black was awesome as Bowser. And I do think Chris Pratt did an awesome job as Mario. Like, everybody did good. Charlie Day was Luigi.
And John Leguizamo's pissed.
Yep. But I don't know. I enjoyed it. Carl enjoyed it. Not the greatest movie in the world, but if you're a Nintendo and a Mario fan, you are not going to be bummed out spending 90 minutes watching it. It was pretty fucking good.
What? When did you go see Mario, and when did you go to that heavy metal concert?
The metal show was Saturday, and then we did a Sunday afternoon showing of Mario.
Man, Carl's an angel.
Yeah. I got lucky. She tolerates a lot of stupid shit.
You better watch all of Beef with her this weekend.
We got through a couple episodes. And we both landed on the same score for Mario. 3.75.
But hers is out of 10, right? Or did you already rubric it?
No, hers was a 7.5. And mine
Okay.
was a 3.75.
A solid C. Not bad.
Look, if John Cooper gets an average of a 7.5 on IMDb, I'll blow a load in my own face. You heard it here first.
I mean, from what I remember, that's actually a really good score on IMDb.
Yeah,
It's going to be hard to do on your knees.
I can do it. I'll show you. Here,
Some
watch.
real loft on that load.
Let me tilt the camera down here real quick.
Yeah, like Knives Out is 7.9. Let's see what Pulp Fiction is.
Oh, Pulp Fiction, I'm going to guess, is at 8.4.
8.9.
Woo!
I think Shawshank is the best, right? Isn't that like IMDb's greatest movie ever?
Yeah, either Shawshank or Godfather 2. They're like above 9s.
Yeah. Shawshank is 9.3. Godfather's 9. Wow,
Damn.
do they do better than Rocky?
Yeah.
Rocky's 8.1. The disrespect on this goddamn website. How about Terminator 2?
That's going to break your heart, probably.
8.6. I mean, I
that's good.
disagree. It should be in the 9s, but it's decent, I guess, comparatively
Yeah.
speaking. All right, I know this is the last one. I know I'm going to be pissed.
What do you
Armageddon.
Oh, no. Yeah, this is going to be...
6.7. You cocksuckers.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
that's fucking bullshit.
Man.
I tried
Looks
to
like
put
the Rotten
together...
Tomatoes people are writing for IMDb now.
I actually tried this weekend to put together a new game. Shout out to Daniel Pellegrino, who hit me up and suggested a reverse Letterboxd game where you have to try and guess the person's top 3, but when you sort it by lowest score first, which
They're
is
worst movies.
it's a really good premise. The only
Give it a
the only problem is, because I tried workshopping this, a lot of times when you pick somebody and you sort their shit from worst to best, something that they had like a quick... It'll be like a movie you've never heard of that they were in for like 2 minutes super early in their career.
yeah.
Like I did find a couple people who I took screenshots of, because this is a game we can do, but it's going to take a lot of prep work, and we're probably only going to be able to do it once, because
A lot of prep work.
most people don't fit the mold. Like when you look at their worst 3 movies, you've never even heard of them, and they're from like, late 90s, early 2000s, went straight to Blockbuster, and 4 people watched it, and they hated it.
So instead of by popularity, we're doing
Well, don't cheat,
lowest
Shuddy.
ranked first, right?
Yeah. Don't cheat. I should have
Don't
kept
look
my
up Bruce Willis. You'll be all right.
I should have kept my big fat. No, I looked up Bruce Willis, and it's all those movies he did, in the past 5 years that went straight to streaming and nobody ever heard of. So, it's a game that can happen, and it will happen. But it's gonna be. I need a lot of actors to go through in order to get I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 usable people.
You think this will come up before or after you start shooting John Cooper?
I think before is a safe bet.
I won't hold you to it. Is that the only movie you went and saw?
Yeah. But I'm actually in theory, going to a movie today. I'm going to go
Oh, yeah.
to the premiere for another A24 movie, Beau is Afraid.
Did you find a +1 for that?
I did.
Who'd you get?
Josh.
I was going to suggest him. I mean, you only have 3 friends.
I know. It was a very quick list to go through because Carl couldn't do it. Because Carl really liked Midsummer and Hereditary. So she's been
So
stoked.
this is an A24 horror movie?
Yeah, it's the same guy, Ari Aster. But I don't think
Fuck
it's
that.
necessarily horror.
Yeah, I
I've
heard
seen-
it wasn't horror. It's just a weird one.
Yeah, it does look really strange. But yeah, Carl couldn't, with work and stuff, she couldn't. Because it's not like, hey, I'm a big swinging dick and I got invited to the premiere. It's like I just happened to open my email when Letterboxd sent out a thing being like, hey, would you like to go to the LA premiere? Enter here. So I just real quick followed the link and I put my info in. And then a week later, got an email saying, hey, we've received your RSVP. You're going to the Beau is Afraid world premiere in LA. And I basically have to get as much MSPH work done as possible and then fucking head straight over because it's not a guarantee. They just pooled a bunch of people that said yes, and they have a limited amount of tickets. So when you go in there and check in, they give them to you, and when they're out of those, they took more people than they have tickets for. So there is a chance I get there, and they're like, yeah, everybody showed up mad early, and you can't come in. Everybody point and laugh at the dickless freak.
Yeah. Who's not going to come into the movie?
Yeah.
He was fucking retard.
Everybody do the na-na-na-na, hey, goodbye to this guy. He can't come in. You are not one of us. But yeah, I don't even know if there's there could be an embargo on it, so I might not even be able to talk about it next week.
How would that, would they tell you before the movie started, hey, be quiet?
Yeah, they'll let you know, don't post about it, don't review it, all that stuff.
Oh. I think we break rules in this podcast, though.
Well, there's some that I can't
Actually,
break.
can't do that.
And I always feel like if there's an embargo like that on something, it's usually pretty terrible.
Well,
Have you ever been to a premiere where there was an embargo and it wasn't terrible, Kevin?
Well, the only premiere I've ever gone to was Dinner for Schmucks.
Oh, I thought didn't you see
Oh, and I did go to the premiere for Willow.
the Adam Sandler?
Oh, Uncut Gems?
Yeah.
No, I
another
don't think-
A24 movie.
I don't think there was an embargo on that.
But you did go to the premiere, right? I had that right?
No, it wasn't a premiere. It was just they called it.
Stern screener, right?
Yeah, it was through Stevie B. He hooked me up as his +1. But it was a term I had never heard before. It was something like a cocktail screening. And I was like, what does that mean? And he was like, I have no idea. So when the movie ended, we were walking out of this theater and there was somebody, they had it roped off and they're like, just walk right this way. And it led into a room where they had people walking around with hors d'oeuvres and fucking, little bars set up with bartenders. So that was when we just sat there kind of awkwardly sipping drinks and watched Adam Sandler take account of every single person in the room and then noticed that we were like the last who he hadn't talked to, so he just beelined it straight to us and shot the shit for 5 minutes.
Sandman. Epic human.
Yeah.
Did you get one of your gay-ass Mai Tais?
I don't think so. I try not to order anything complicated. Like, oh, could you make it with turmeric and then shake the ice first and then a dash of orange? I'll just be like, yeah, fucking gin and tonic, please.
Do you have a blender back there?
Can you make a Shirley Temple with alcohol?
I'm feeling a pina colada. Do you have a blender? Or like a little ninja bullet?
I'm not going to lie. Pina colada right now sounds kind of delightful.
Yeah, dude. We should go to that cocktail lounge again sometime. I like that.
I want to make a trip to Long Beach this week.
What?
Yeah.
Love that.
I want to go to that metal pizza place.
All right.
Are you down?
On the weekend?
What's the matter with you, Shuddy?
I just hate when you guys just start talking about eating.
Oh, yeah. We do that a
You
lot.
still got 3 chicken. Oh, wait, no, you threw them out.
No, they're in the fridge. They're in the fridge.
You saved them?
Got them? You weren't that shameful.
I'm going to put them in my air fryer.
Is that how you reheat them?
No, I usually just nuke them and then scarf them down.
Oh, you fucking savage.
Yeah, that's pretty gnarly.
You're a disgusting animal. Sometimes I just put them in my ass crack and walk around the block a few times and then just pop them in my mouth. Nice and seasoned.
I don't know how microwaving is akin to using my ass cheeks to warm them up.
Honestly, I think I would rather eat McDonald's chicken McNuggets that were reheated in someone's butt crack than a microwave. I don't know why, but McDonald's food reheated through a microwave just sounds so nasty to me. I feel like
It's fine. It's fine. Microwaved.
I've let my McDonald's breakfast get cold while I was smoking a bowl and just chilling, and then I had to microwave it to get it
to
back up
reactivate
and
it.
running. It wasn't nearly as good though. So you got a point there.
Yeah. Well, why don't we use some of our remaining time together to chip away at Mount Voicemail and do some
Voicemails, yay!
Let's see what our friends have to say. In the Puminati. Man, I can't believe the rate that these voicemails are still piling up at when we haven't given out the phone number in years. Wow, how far back are we? Oh my goodness.
You should give it out today. At the end of the episode, throw it out there.
I'm going to give out like somebody else's.
I wonder
I'm going to give
if
out
it's listed.
I'm going to give the voicemail out to Cumtown's voicemail line.
So you should just give it out to Jason Ellis, for Jason Ellis's show. Don't we get blamed for it?
Stop. I'm already
harassment?
living rent-free in his head, and I haven't even done anything. Stop it. Stop it, Geoff.
Yeah, I'm so confused about that, but apparently Shuddy Boy is now in the crosshairs.
I like how this guy doesn't even know my name, and I met him once. Actually, a few times, I think. Hey, whatever. That's cool with me. I'm not the bad guy. Or
Right.
am I?
Let's see if this works.
Come on, I'm looking in the camera all creepy. Whatever.
Yeah, nice change of pace there, Geoff.
What's up, guys? It's Pyro. I am listening to the Christmas movie bracket, and you're totally right. A Nightmare Before Christmas is both Halloween and Christmas. Like,
Thank you.
usually what me and my wife do is watch it around Thanksgiving and kind of split the difference. But, like, I have the wreath that like, evil wreath with fangs, and that goes up for Halloween and doesn't come down until after Christmas. Because, like, it works for both, like Heaven said. Anywho, have a good one.
Topical. The Christmas movie bracket. That voicemail was left on December 15th. We are just getting further and further behind. Shit.
You're going to get nice little birthday messages, Shuddy.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I
think?
should- We'll see.
All right, let's see what this human would like to say.
Hey, boys. Tony in Wyoming calling. Got out Geoff suck a dick.
I don't like how aggressively he said that.
Pause it and play the intro, unless I'm not first.
Oh, this guy's like producing the show over here. He's like, and this is where you play the intro.
Hit the button, Kevin.
All right, I'll hit it.
Come on.
Where did it go?
Unplug the iPad first and then plug it back in.
Baking with Jeffy Cakes, Letterbox D, random brain question. Ah! Geoff Dick intro.
What's up, bitch? It's time to find out what it would take for Geoff Clark to suck a dick. Oh, yeah.
All right, serve up that dick. What was this voicemailer's name again?
I don't know. It was like all garbled. Oh.
Anyway,
Ah!
He's from Wyoming. Tony from Wyoming, I think.
Oh, is that what he said? Oh, it fucking... God damn it. All right. This app doesn't like it when you go back and forth.
intro,
There we go.
unless I'm not first. Anyway, would Geoff suck a dick for everything he ever watched? Movies, sports, TV, whatever. All of it. Everything. For him and only him, it'll be in a different language, and he will have to watch with subtitles. You're gonna suck that dick, Geoff.
Ah, you blew it,
Call the
Tony.
shot.
Yeah.
You got too aggressive. You can't tell Jeff he's going to suck a dick because then he'd be like,
Oh, yeah, joke's on you. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I can't rape my mouth with a penis. That'll never work.
Anyway, love you guys. Kevin,
Love you too.
fuck 'em all, buddy.
thanks.
Buddy. When's Master of the Universe coming out? Later, boys.
I don't know what that means, but Jeff, everything
almost
you
wanna-
watch has to have subtitles because it will be in a foreign language.
I almost want to suck this dick out of the cleverness of the question. Like he deserves a penis in my mouth for the question.
Yeah, it's not a bad one. That's
That's
a
a good
well-crafted question.
But if I'm being real, I think I would rather read the subtitles than suck even one penis. I don't like the subtitles. I don't. But I also don't dislike it as much as people would think.
Shuddy hates it. But now
I
that,
have not anymore.
yeah, because now that you're watching tons of kung fu and kaiju movies,
And anime.
oh my
Draven
god,
is pushing now for he thinks that we're gonna go Ghost in the Shell and then he's gonna get me to Akira. Draven's ultimate goal is to within the next couple of weeks watch Akira.
I mean, Hall of Fame
Wait,
five dicker
you
for
to
me.
watch it or he hasn't seen it yet?
No, get me to watch it.
His ultimate goal should be you switching your He-Man stuff out with Akira. That's how he knows he's won.
I mean, Akira is one of the first anime movies I ever watched when I was like 13, and it fucking blew my brain apart.
Yeah, I figured that would have been like early on your rewatch.
Yeah.
I saw it when I was like 14 or 15 and hated it.
It's a weird-ass movie. It's definitely weird. But, I mean, I rewatch it a couple times a year, and Carl, of all people, is kind of actively pushing me to watch it with her. I feel like after our Japan trip, because she always makes fun of me for like, oh, you suck Japan's dick, you're a Japan fanboy, and like, yeah.
Did she say that?
I may have took some artistic license, but she's basically
enough.
calling me a Japan stan. And after
A weeb cracker?
a little bit, but I did let her know that she is also a weeb because she's not Japanese.
It's true.
So she has watched anime that she's enjoyed. So by textbook definition, she's a weeb. But anyway, after going to Japan and coming back, she is constantly bringing up like, fuck, I miss Japan. God, I want to go back. I want to go back. And I'm like, aha, see, you made fun of me so much. You make your first trip back there as an adult, and you have a blast. I told you it kicked ass. But yeah, after Japan, she wants to watch Akira now. I don't know. I have a feeling you're going to like it, Shuddy. I think with a more open mind, and it's fucking strange. It's a really strange story. And it goes, especially at the end, it just goes off the fucking deep end. But I think at this point, you'll be a fan. I'm actually kind of curious. I hope he forces you to watch it very soon.
I committed that we'd watch Ghost in the Shell this week.
It's a good one. The only thing I don't like about Ghost in the Shell is the music. They do this thing many times throughout the movie where it's just like, and it sounds like a peacock getting strangled. Oh, I can't make that noise. Oh, yeah, I can't do that. That'll be the last time I try to tard that tune of the Ghost in the Shell theme. Oh, it's got me all fucked up and emotional. Take it away, next voicemail. Oh.
Yo, MSPH. Kevin, do you like Flesh God Apocalypse, the band? They're playing in fucking March, San Diego, brick by brick.
Oops, I missed that. But actually, yeah, I do kind of like Flesh God Apocalypse. They're an Italian metal band, and they're sort of like operatic in nature, if you will. And when they perform on stage, they all kind of look like pirate ghosts. They've got like weird, tattered-looking Victorian-style garb. I don't know, they're cool. I can't like listen to one of their albums from start to finish, but I can find enough songs on each album to make a playlist and, rock out to some Flesh God Apocalypse.
Let's go.
Who can't,
anyway, dude, have you guys ever heard of a Reese's Crunchy Snack Cake? I just discovered this gem right now. It's like a brownie version of a fucking Reese's Fast Break or something, but it's got a little bit of nutrageous in that shit. There's crunchities in this shit, and it's a soft cookie bar. There's 2 bars. It's beautiful. It's glorious. Geoff, please find this and snack attack this. Reese's Crunchy Snack Cake. Come on.
Reese's Crunchy what? What's the last word?
Snack cake. I believe we have had these before.
I think I've done the Reese's snack cakes before, but I don't think I've ever tried the chunky version. Reese's chunky snack.
Yeah,
cakes.
Yeah, we've had these.
I don't think they're
chunky that
though.
different?
I'm not seeing chunky.
I'm seeing crunchy.
Crunchy. Okay, yeah, no, I see it, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? In all honesty, I was a little let down by those. They didn't taste the way I imagined they would when I put it in my mouth. It kind of, I don't know, the brownie wasn't what I wanted from it. I'll tell you what does rock my butthole when it comes to Reese's stuff is the Reese's Big Cups. They have a Reese's Pieces one. They have a pretzel one. But the best one is the potato chip one. It's basically just a big fucking bulky son of a bitch peanut butter cup with pretzel bits woven into the peanut butter. And it sounds stupid. It doesn't sound all that appealing, but...
Wait, you said 2 different things. You like the pretzel ones more or the potato chip ones?
Potato chips, I mean. Yeah, I might have gotten my wires crossed in my brain. But the potato chip ones are elite.
Okay. I love the potato chip ones. I forget what I gave them on Snack Attack, but it was a pretty high score.
But I feel like I feel like I was at Ralph's one time and I texted you a picture of these Reese's snack cakes. And I think you were on the same page as me. You're like,
Oh, yeah, I've tried it, but it's kind of meh.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't even remember what my score is, but I think that I kind of agree with you where they were a little underwhelming.
yeah.
Compared to expectations, which are huge for Reese's. I mean, they're one of the goats. So.
Yep. What about you, Shuddy?
So
You ever
was
have
it-
any encounters?
If I'm being honest, I spaced out.
How high are you right now?
Well, just lie.
I'm pretty high. Well, I don't even know what you guys are talking. I wasn't able to glean enough
You heard
context
encounters.
clues from and Reese's. I can't connect to those two fucking dots. Like I'm trying. I don't know.
Reese's snack
can't-
cakes.
I've encountered a couple times. Mixed results. It's all right.
I think I know what you're talking about. Like we have, let's see, Reese's snack cakes. I was just eating a cosmic brownie also, so that's kind of
Cosmic brownies are a dumpster snack that I enjoy.
that's exactly what they are.
Why are you saying negative things about cosmic brownies?
Because
I think Little Debbie just are amazing. It's
have
Little
a-
Debbie, right? It's not Hostess.
I don't
Correct,
know.
yes,
But I have a
Little
feeling
Debbie.
if you look at the ingredients of a cosmic brownie, the number one ingredient is going to be Play-Doh. That they just taste like a chemical reaction and not a food. But it does get... Let's just say I got out of the pool and it's a little cold. If I eat a cosmic brownie, my dickhead will make an appearance. The turtle will
So-
come out of its shell, so to speak.
Enriched bleached flour is the first ingredient,
Sounds wonderful.
and then corn syrup, and then palm and soybean oil. Those are
Oh.
the top three ingredients in the cosmic brownie.
I also think those are like the most top 3 cancer-causing ingredients that can be in food.
Jesus, what a Debbie Downer.
What a little Debbie Downer.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right, let's do one more.
Hi, welcome to Mad Scientist Party Hour.
All right, one more.
That was all that was?
Yeah.
Do you know who it was?
Mad Science.
I'm sure if I compare phone numbers, I could figure out who that was.
What part of the country are they from?
I don't know. What's 847? Area code.
Let's see. Illinois.
Oh. All right.
It literally could be anyone.
Yep.
I have no idea.
All right. Moving on.
This party hour. What's up, my dudes? Loving the show. Look forward to it every week. So
Thank
I had
you,
this
friend.
dream the other night that I was out to dinner with Kevin and Geoff. I don't know where you were, Shuddy. Probably at home staring at your He-Man sneakers and jerking off or something. Anyway, so we're out to eat, and Kevin is like just completely dissatisfied with his meal. It's like ruining the night. And the thing he ordered was some sort of ho-ho type of cake that was like wrapped up with cream in the middle, and in the very center of it was a raw shrimp, like shell on, legs, tail sticking out the back. And Geoff and I, we were eating, I don't know what we were eating, but we were enjoying our meals. And we just kept going like, Kevin, why would you order that? That sounds terrible.
Why did your psyche project that on me? Geoff is the shrimp guy.
And
I mean,
I remember
don't think
saying,
I like shrimp. I don't think I like shrimp more than you. I mean, I do like shrimp cocktail, and I have that one drop. But
Yeah.
I think I'm a pretty average shrimp enjoyer.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're an MSPH listener and you have an MSPH related dream, why would shrimp stuff be projected on me?
I think more of the thing that he might get to or is about to get to is, maybe you're a picky eater, or you would have worse luck in a service situation. Clituation, excuse me.
Situation.
I mean, I feel like I do get an unfair rap for being a picky eater just because I don't like onions. Because Geoff,
we all know that you do eat onions, so
if you go to In-N-Out with Geoff, it's going to take him 15 minutes to list all the ingredients he wants taken off of his burger. And I just don't want onions.
I have a very particular order, but everyone should have a specific personalized In-N-Out order. That's kind of the whole thing with them.
Yeah. And if you're dating in Southern California, if you don't know your significant other's In-N-Out order, are you even in a relationship?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
You guys are not together.
Exactly.
She's fucking another dude if you don't know her In-N-Out burger.
Yeah, and she knows what his order is.
Oh, yeah.
In the dream, yeah, they didn't even take the front legs off. Like, somehow...
That's gross.
That was the offensive part. I don't know.
How many
Anyhow.
legs do shrimp have?
Take a guess.
Honestly...
How many legs do you think shrimp have?
My guess was 0, actually. I've never seen a leg. It's a one thing. It's a one body.
I think shrimp have 6 legs. That's just a guess, though. But I at least know they have them.
You're guessing that there's 6 legs, but you know that for a fact that a shrimp has a leg.
Yeah. More than one.
How do you know that, though?
If a shrimp had 1 leg, that would be hysterical, but I'm pretty sure they don't.
Are you talking about those little tentacles?
It's not tentacles.
No,
Tentacles are like squigglies.
The legs are usually removed.
Not a Korean barbecue, it feels like.
Oh, no. If you get shrimp at Korean barbecue, it comes out like begging you not to eat it.
That is true.
So, Shuddy, do you have the answer?
I do have the answer.
The magical shrimp
Hold on,
answer?
let me make an official guess.
No, your official guess was 0. You were
I didn't.
You were very confident in that they had no legs, Jeff. That's.
Aren't they like
now
fucking
that
worms?
I'm told that they have legs, let me make another guess.
Well, what if I'm stupid?
Well, it's already been established that when it comes to shrimp anatomy, I'm dumber. So just let me take a guess for shits and gigs.
I'm not a fucking shrimp scientist.
I'm going to go with an odd number. I'm going to go 7 legs. It's fun to say that.
Well, by the rules of the game, Jeff wins.
Yeah.
Oh, bullshit.
Because they're decapods.
10?
10 legs.
Wow.
Of course it's 10, you dumbass. You heard him. He said decapods.
Yeah, and we all know that deca means 7.
That would be a septipod.
All right, now you're just showing off.
We go through the meal, and Kevin's just kind of picking at it and complaining about a shrimp cake the whole time, and Geoff and I are tooling on him. And we leave the restaurant, and Geoff, being a gracious host, says, "Hey, why don't you come back and we'll smoke a little ganj before you head home." And I wanted to go hang out with you guys, but Kevin was just so bummed out from his meal, his disgusting shrimp hoe. And I just felt too bad, so I said, you know what, you guys go ahead, I'll catch up with you next time. And I left. And on the way home in my dream, I realized that I totally forgot to thank you guys for buying me dinner. And I just wanted to call and say, Kevin and Geoff, thanks for buying me dinner in that dream. That was mighty nice of you guys. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, and you owe us one.
Kevin, sorry you didn't like your meal.
I told Kevin that I'd Venmo him, but I actually never Venmo'd him.
Next time, maybe let Geoff order for you. He seems to have a knack for a snack. Shuddy boy, I'm sure wherever you are, you're doing the best you can. So good luck with that. Anyway, that's all. Just wanted to share that with you guys. Say thanks for dinner in that dream. And, before I forget, Kevin, I guess it's probably going on St. Patrick's Day by now, but you really should give Bad Santa another watch. That movie is so fucking good. Bernie Mac is awesome in it. The whole thing with the kid and the advent calendar and Granny trying to feed him sandwiches. I mean, every scene in that movie has some like really good funny element to it. I think of it as like the Big Lebowski of Christmas movies. So give it another watch. Anyway, thanks for doing what you guys do. Keep it up. Peace.
Your name is Thurman Merman? I didn't know you didn't like Bad Santa. I thought you did.
I do. I just don't think it's like a 5-dicker.
Peace. I like how in the dream you ordered a shrimp cake and they brought you a fucking a cake with shrimp in it.
Yeah, I ordered a ho-ho with a raw, still in its shell, shrimp down the center. And then it ruined everybody's night.
Shrimp cake's delicious. Or maybe it's fish cake that I usually have. That Vietnamese. I don't know.
Probably fish cake.
One of those two. Yeah.
All right, well, thank you guys for your voicemails. Always appreciated. If you guys wouldn't mind holding off for a little bit so we can catch up, that'd be sweet.
Why even say that?
I don't know. Maybe
they don't listen. And I think if anything, you just kind of inspire them to leave more voicemails.
Yeah, probably.
Leave us more voicemails, for God's sakes. We don't have enough.
Exactly.
Reverse psychology, baby. Let's try it.
But if you guys need more MSPH in your life, please check out our Patreon. We put a ton of hard work into it. Patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. Tons and tons of stuff. If you've never joined up with us before, you get access to all 5 years worth of content and more. So check it out. Patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. If you want to follow us on Instagram, I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
At Geoff Records.
And at MSPH Podcast. If you would like to see these videos minus the Easter egg post theme song, end theme song, youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. You can check out Jeff's sports betting show, Outkick Bets with Geoff Clark.
Yep. Republicans like sports bets too, guys. All right. Water's warm. Even you Democrats can jump in.
And Shuddy, what is the mercharoo? If anybody would like to get themselves fucking iced up in some sweet MSPH drip.
I'mallgone.com/collections/MSPH. We've got the all-seeing poo design up there right now, and we are in preliminary talks with Mr. Alex Wilson for a new shirt.
Oh, shit. All right. Yeah.
That may be themed around something we spoke about at some point during this episode.
What do you think it's going to be? Sassafras? Wet melons? Shrimp? Who knows?
I love a wet melons shirt.
Yeah, a shirt that when you put it on, it just looks like you have a pair of big, heaving, wet breasts.
No, I was thinking maybe the logo.
All right, is that it? We got anything else to promote, Shuddy?
Nope, that's it.
We out? We're officially out?
We're officially out.
We did it. Victory! Thank you for listening, friends, but until next time, something!